from here, but well, after I explain, go to the bathroom, you guys can chit chat. But you guys finished off the ash zombies in the first area to the north. You hold on, let me see if I can be fancy about this. Does this pull you guys over here? Did that work?
I don't know.
Nothing happens to me.
How about that? How about that?
There we go.
Wow, you moved the map.
Wow.
Okay. So you guys started in this area and you killed some ash zombies as you made your way down the pathway here. You went to this house and found some twig blights that were hidden along the corner. Elwyn sneakily looked in, saw them, backed out, but also did make eyes with a chest in the corner. You guys decided to avoid the interaction. Mandy said, hey. You guys continued south to the more intact building down here, of which you discovered was Radoff's home, the individual you know that has some information, which you guys did have a pretty good conversation with. You found out that you found the location of the Cragmaw Castle. You know that Radoff knows the location of the Wave Echo Cave, but will not give it to you unless you assist him in defeating the dragon that is at the top of the hill in the tower to the north. He also told you that the city was inhabited by twig blights, giant spiders, the young green dragon, and some dragon cultists that worship him. He's not sure of the exact location. He has seen them wandering around. You guys then made your way to the north path, just between the base of the hill that leads to the tower and this general store that is filled in ruins with spider webs encompassing it. Elwyn took a torch lit by magic and burned off one of the webs, went to attack the second one, but missed and got her arm stuck, and the vibration brought the attention of the giant spiders, who then attacked you both, your group. As they attacked you, you made quick work of them. Rav ran up a tree, got knocked down, but she got back up again. And you guys ended up defeating these two giant spiders. You then, or Rav milked one for
DM point of order.
Yeah.
They're never going to keep her down.
Thank you. You are accurate. I missed that. Thank you. And she got a vial of red liquid, and Azaria got a chip tooth, which ended up being the perfect size that she made out of some twine, I believe, into a necklace that she put around her neck. You guys were about to investigate the store, and that is kind of where we are at this point. Mandy is
Not getting
sorry. Ellen says, noise. The email from Hangouts.
I also got 7 servings of spider meat.
Oh, yeah.
That's correct. I wrote that in the thing, but I forgot it. That's like the one thing I think I
don't make
forgot.
me so hungry. It's not even lunchtime yet.
What email did I copy Mandy on when I sent her the link? Does anyone know? It's like Amanda something. Amanda813.
Cassie.amanda813@gmail.com. CASI. Cassie.amanda.
All right, so you guys kind of chit chat about what you want to do. We'll wait for Mandy to get there, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Nice. My connection to the server has been interrupted.
Rude.
Cool now.
So what are you guys thinking?
Sorry, I had to refresh the page. There we go. So we defeated allegedly all the spiders in this building, right? That we know of.
Yeah, we know if there was 2, we killed them.
I mean,
Did we go to this building?
no, we have not yet. But I think we assume there were spiders there as well.
Okay.
but
Well,
I'm not
need to, like,
certain.
take a short rest or something before we started.
Yeah, we probably only have like. Well, I mean, the dragon we definitely is still a ways off. I think we probably need it.
Slots.
What'd you say?
I saved my spell slots.
Oh, yeah, I only have 2 level 2 and 1 level 1 slots. Yeah, I only have like 1 slot for Bardic Inspiration as well. My HP is fine, but
I've only used one level 2 so far.
okay. So I think we could do another like small encounter, like another group of spiders.
Yeah. Which we were.
Otherwise, so I would sweep this abandoned building and then kind of establish a perimeter because I think we're gonna basically have to wipe out everything in this town. Nothing seems like it's really.
I really want to find
Everything
that.
seems pretty hostile.
Do we have? We got Mandy.
Kyle, you cut out there. What's up, dude?
Oh,
Not
no.
yet. I sent you the link in our group chat. So she could just tap the link.
If she's using her phone, if she's trying to use a laptop, that's why I sent it in email because I don't know, but I feel like there's like different servers. There's like a mobile server and then there's a computer server. I don't know. Did you guys have any questions or anything? Or y'all just waiting? Are we waiting?
Did we establish that there were spiders in the building to the southwest of us?
No.
Golf told us there was something in that building. I don't remember if it was the spiders or the plant people.
I
think
if
it
he
was plant
told you there's something in there.
He said it was
there was blights then. If he told you there was something in there. Yeah, I think you asked. Yeah, you guys asked where were all these different varieties of enemies, and he said the only one I know is the one right across the way. There are blights in there.
And then I think he said he thought that spiders were like, he didn't say this building. He said he thought the spiders were like that way, and we saw a big spider web.
Right, and he also is not currently there because he went to go look at a arcane ritual out in the woods. That's why he's not there with you.
in a wood.
Which building did we assume was the alchemy shop?
We don't know.
Thought we assumed one.
Oh well,
I don't think you've assumed yet. You've not gotten to a point where you could have seen which one. You've not come across it yet.
I don't remember which one we were gonna go to next. Which building we were gonna try next.
Well, I'm just moving east down the road.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get started without Mandy.
Do you want to move down the road, or do we want to inspect this building that we killed the spiders in?
Oh yeah, let's clear the building. Let's loot the building.
Okay.
Don't get stuck.
I am stealthing, looking out for any webs or anything like that.
Oh yes, dice.
Okay, I'll be the lookout outside the building, so that I don't screw up your sneakiness.
Nat 20.
Give me a perception check, $10. With a nat 20, okay, you sneak in as you look around. Give me a perception check as you look for enemies.
I got a 13.
Okay.
And 8 on perception for me.
Yep, you sneak in. You don't see anything or anyone around. Yeah, do you want to like clear both the rooms, or where are you looking in the room you're currently in, or?
I'm looking in the room that I'm currently in. There's this tree in here. I guess I'll inspect the base of the tree, see if there's anything going on near the stump, and then I would have waved in the rest of the party if I've progressed around this room, just as a quick sweep, and thought that I saw nothing.
Yeah. If there's anything weird about that tree, you'll root it out.
No, root it out. So then I turn to, I guess, Paul's in the doorway, and I say, "Guys, come on," in a whisper.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You guys go in and you do not see anything of concern. The place is covered completely in webbing. Most of the corners are just like thick Raiders of the Lost Ark, like covered in webbing. like crazy. Did you have the cantrips to burn them?
I have, yeah. I mean, I have prestidigitation, which
Yeah. So you bring up a flame, you flame up the torch like you did
Sure.
last time. You burn them down. You get through. Doesn't seem to activate or bring the attention to any spiders as it did previously. Yeah, you clear both rooms. There are no enemies. So do you want to call in your?
Yeah. I wanna tell everybody to come in, and there's nothing that me burning the webs revealed, like underneath, thick webs. There's not anything hidden, or
Let's see here.
Hopefully no baby spiders, because I will run.
You should catch one in the jar. Oh wait, we don't
So
have.
as you go into the second room, is in some. Make sure we're helping Mandy out. It's not even loading the link. Are you using Chrome?
Dog, stop licking me. Stop it.
Yeah, so as you go in, the rest of you can come in as well. You burn, as you round that corner of the room you're currently in, you find here in the corner a body, a male elf who is shriveled up and sucked dry, but appears to have been a male elf. The body wears studded leather armor, has a short sword in the scabbard on its hip. And what'd you roll for investigation?
I did not roll investigation. I rolled
you like
perception when
to-
I first came in. Yes, I would like to investigate his equipment and him, I suppose, mainly.
And so as Tendalis, you're keeping watch. Paul, Azaria, what are you guys doing?
I was following behind Ellen.
17 for investigation.
Okay. Azaria, if you want to give me an investigation as well as you're looking around the room.
I got an 8.
8, okay. Azaria, you look around, you find bodies of like dead animals, small creatures, small wolf that got caught and is basically just again sucked dry in bones and whatnot. Elwyn, as you search the body of this male elf, you also find a potion of healing in a belt pouch and 23 gold and 35 silver pieces.
Nice.
So a healing potion.
Is there yeah, go ahead.
Healing potion and 23 gold, 35 silver.
Okay, and there's nothing special, it seems, about like his short sword or the scabbard or.
Nope, just a short sword and a scabbard, and then also studded leather armor.
Yes,
which is
yeah.
maybe
I think I'm already wearing studded leather armor, but I will make known to my party about the equipment that this gentleman is carrying.
I think I got the studded leather armor as well, which gave me a +1, I think, to my armor class already. So if someone else needs it, go for it.
Right, studded leather is like one of the best for lightweight, doesn't encumber you, correct?
That is correct.
I think that's what I'm wearing.
Yeah, I'm already wearing it, so it's whoever wants it.
Rad might want it.
Yeah, I'll pick it up. I guess we'll pick it up just in case.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
I know I finally have this leather.
It's on her phone. Everything's acting up now. I can't even connect to my Wi-Fi. Okay.
What did you say, Peter? You said it's always good to have good looking. Or Paul?
Oh, Paul just has leather on him.
Oh, well, like I said, I make it known to the group. I say, hey, Paul, this might be a little upgrade to your setup here. I don't know if it's your size, but
It is actually a big for Paul. You'd have to
Sure.
get resized.
Okay.
But it looks like it is in good condition.
Okay. Yeah. So Ellen puts it in her pack, and she says, "Oh, maybe when we get back into town, we can take this to somebody to get it tailored, edited for us."
He's laying here.
Sounds good.
Jeez.
Kitty, there's the cat.
Okay. Yep. So you guys kind of clear this area. Tendalos. What was your perception check?
13.
13, easy enough. You actually are kind of sitting still, looking around, and you look up the hill to the tower, and you hear a bellowing of wind, and you see the tip of a tail poking out the top of the tower,
No.
kind of slump down into the tower.
That's so
you-
cool.
It's not cool. Not cool.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Which place did you want to check next for the alchemy place?
I peek my head in the door and say, "Hey guys, I got eyes on a dragon tail." Dragon tails.
Elwyn comes outside. She wants to see it.
As you go outside to look up Elwyn, as I just it kind of slumped down into the tower, so it actually disappeared from view.
Ooh, where is he, $10?
It was right there. See the top of the tower? It was sticking out.
Yeah, sure, $10. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
I wish
you
I had
know there is a dragon in town.
Well,
At least you
no,
know
he
where
wasn't. Yeah, well, we know he wasn't making it up.
It's still daylight, right?
Yeah, it is roughly 3 p.m.
Okay, so the spiders won't just wake up unless we bug them.
Bug him. All right.
Technically, they're arachnids. Thank you.
Okay. Oh my god.
They're not a true bug.
technically they still don't like fire.
Yeah, but we're the one bugging them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Let's go east.
Dallas, weren't you saying you were looking? Yeah. Let's continue looking through all these buildings.
Okay, as you guys get to that intersection, why don't you give me who are the front two people that are kind of leading this?
Elwyn and $10.
Okay, both of you give me a perception check. Oh no, my page ripped out. What?
19.
18, the Ocho team.
Okay. Elwyn, you're kind of more towards the north. As you're looking up there, you can actually see up that pathway. If you guys look to here, that little star mark, that is a statue.
Sure.
It looks like it also leads to a courtyard. The building behind it up here is a larger 2-story sized building. Yep, that kind of looks out for your attention. $10 as you look down, you look over here, and you notice that there's a sign above the front of the door here that says Herbalist shop.
Boom, nailed it.
DM, which one was that?
That is this one here.
It's the one
And
I
then
thought.
further south, you see that the road forks and leads off to additional houses. It looks like you see an anvil out front right here, and a pathway that leads out just further east, south. So, what would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna stop at the little shop
I
first.
point out the herbalist shop. You know, nod my head in its direction.
Okay.
I'll follow him.
Do you guys have the ability to write text or make marks on the map on Roll20 as a player?
Should be able to make marks, right?
Yeah, I think the brush underneath the select option looks like a paintbrush. If you guys want to mark out the map, feel free. This is your map. So if you guys want to make notes, write stuff, circle stuff,
Crap, how do I delete it now?
you have to go back to the selector and you select it and then hit delete. Kitty.
The stupid connection to the server has been interrupted thing.
It's probably just a lot of activity. Everyone's trying to draw now.
Probably.
Okay,
Sorry.
what would you guys like to do?
I'll go with
Yeah, $10 vocalizes his, or he, motion towards it. I just I sink into a ready position and I am watching around, but continuing.
$10, are you popping your head into the herb shop?
I'm playing with text.
Oh my.
Okay.
Herbs and shop.
Come on.
Yeah. Okay. So there I am. I'll be the one to poke my head in.
Be sneaky
Okay.
about it.
Yeah, sneaky poke my head in.
Okay. Give me a stealth check followed up by a perception.
Ooh, stealth is 21.
Nice.
Perception is worse. 7.
Yeah, you sneak up. You feel pretty good about it as the group kind of stands back a bit. You approach the door. You pop your head in. You look around. It looks clear. This ruined shop is cluttered with sagging storage shelves and broken furniture. Shards of glass and pieces of pottery glint in the weeds and rubble next to the rotting books and cask.
Can I check for traps before he actually enters the door?
Yeah.
I say, what do you mean? I just checked.
Yeah. Just, do you have dark vision? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody has dark vision but me.
Oh, he's okay. We got a lot of torches.
I mean,
for
it's
you, though.
bright anyway.
So you approach Tendalos, tap him on the shoulder, and
Let
get
an
up
elf
there.
handle this.
Yeah, I followed behind him when he said he was going up there.
Okay, give me a stealth check as well as you're sneaking up, and then give me an investigation as you're looking for traps.
Well, since I rolled that for investigation first, I'll just say it and then I'll roll my stealth.
Okay.
Is that okay?
You rolled a 4 for investigation?
No. I rolled a 17 for investigation.
Okay,
But
She
did
said
that
she rolled it
before.
for investigation.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Why do you have to
I
be so
thought she said-
bad? 11 for my stealthiness.
Okay, you sneak up, stepping on an area, trying to kind of get around Tendalos as he's kind of hovering around the doorway. You actually step on a small pile of weeds that have glass in it, and you hear a crunch that may or may not give your position away. You don't feel too good about it, but with your perception, you look and you see that there was, in fact, a spring trap in the doorway, but it's already been sprung.
Oh, okay, good.
But yeah, you don't see any traps.
I'm just gonna say go for it. I don't need anything in here. It's all yours.
All right, so on the tip that I never wrote down who gave it to us.
It was the lady with the 2 daughters that you saved from Red Brand hideout.
That explains the timing of when I wrote it down. It was right after getting the Staff of Defense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I check underneath the counter for that chest.
Okay. Her name, by the way, is Mirna Drendar. Dendrar. Mirna. Okay. Yeah, you look under the chest as you were told without even needing to make a perception check. You are able to find the chest. You find the heirloom that she told you about. It is a gold necklace with a fine emerald pendant. It's worth 200 gold.
Nice.
So sad my page ripped out.
Rip.
Yeah, you guys continue looking in this shop. There are books. There's bundles of weed that have weeds and herbs that have dried out and are crumbling if you pick them up. There's a few very dirty vials and beakers in here. Looks like old alchemy kit that is essentially no longer usable.
Everything we inspect appears rather decrepit.
Yeah, the only thing that might be salvageable is these vials. You can, clean them out with some water or something. They're very dirty at this moment, but there's some intact vials.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, let's grab those. We
Yes.
keep saying, let's put this in a vial.
Yeah, there are 5 vials that are like skinny, like half an inch in diameter, maybe 4 or 5 inches long.
Test tubes.
$10.
Test
You want
tubes,
to take
thank
those?
you. And then there is one vial that is more of a, I don't know what they're called, where they have the big bowl bottom and then a small neck.
Like a boiling flask.
Thank you. A boiling flask. The bottom is like a fist size or so. And then the neck is about an inch in diameter. There's a cork on it as well. And all these other vials also have corks lying around where you'd have to cork them and whatnot. Okay, you guys collect that. You look around. Doesn't seem to be anything else of interest in here. No. Not coming over here, cat.
And also, are you taking those?
No usable herbs here, no.
Okay.
They've all died.
Do we want to go south?
Yeah, let's go south.
Did you tell us anything about the buildings to this intact building to the south?
It had a.
Sorry. Go ahead.
It had an anvil out front. And as you guys are kind of at this alchemy shop and you have a better angle at the front of the building, you can see that there's a sign above that says Smithy, and there's like a wooden cutout of an anvil. Yeah, you can see it's an old smithy.
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't see the pings earlier when you were talking about all the areas. So, and the building looks intact. So I point out the building to the rest of the party and say, I'm gonna go around back and see if I can find out anything else. Create a perimeter around this building. Sorts.
Sure. Rab says that she will go with you. So she follows you.
Thanks, Rab.
Before Elwin goes, I'm going to cast guidance on him.
Okay.
Should last up to a minute.
Very good.
And guidance.
1d4 on a ability check.
Nice.
And by the way, just so you know, I'm pinging a lot when I move the map. It's so that when I'm recording this, it moves the map on that computer. So I'm sorry if it kind of messes with your stuff, but I'm trying to make sure that you guys can see what I think you should see whenever we are able to watch this back. Yeah, so you two approach the back. I assume you're going stealthily?
Correct.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check and roll for Rav. I think she's probably proficient in stealth. Let's
23.
15 or so. Okay, 23. Yeah, you're very stealthy. Who's going around front?
I'll go around front. Is Azaria going with me?
Yeah, I'll go with you. What's Paul doing?
I think Paul is going to stay about right there.
Okay.
We'll be back, Paul.
I mean, he's a healer, not a fighter.
Right.
Okay.
I'm definitely going in stealthy as well to the front. I'm not.
So as Rav and Elwin go along the north side of this building, you guys kind of get a full glimpse of the building. It's a building with a wide chimney and it has rotten piles of firewood outside to the north. The walls are sagging, but the building suggests that this was a smithy back in the day. If you look through the doors that have various boards on it missing, you can see inside there is a forge and wooden racks and various tools that line a countertop. $10 in Azaria, please give me a stealth check as you two are approaching the front door.
Where's my thing again? Oh yeah, 18 on stealth, and I'm
11.
also gonna check for traps before we enter.
Okay, so as you guys approach the door and you kind of are able to peek through, you're able to see that there are two of those zombies you encountered earlier, kind of in here mulling around. They're not really doing anything, but they're kind of pacing back and forth. They bump into something, and you hear them go, "Rrr!" And they spin and lash out at nothing, and then go back to just kind of lumbering along.
I love zombies.
Rab says, "We could take him. Come on, let's get him.
That makes sense.
You ready? You ready? You ready to do this,
Sorry,
Ellen?
Go for it.
Do we need anything?
Yeah, swords.
Swords.
I have swords.
Elwin says, after you, Rav, and she motions towards the window that she's right at.
Okay. Rav says, I'm going to bust down the door and you attack him at the same time. Maybe we can get the jump on him.
Quick, get them before Rav starts this.
The door open. My door.
Okay. Yeah. Elwyn is down for the synchronized attack.
Okay. Are you going to test the door?
I'm at the window.
I'm sorry, Azaria, are you going to test the door?
Sorry.
You said, is the door open?
Is the window that's by the door, is the glass all intact?
Nope, it's busted out. There's like, it's there. The glass is busted out mainly. There's like the edges are all jagged basically, but it's open.
Okay. As soon as I see someone else enter the building, I want to shoot one of them in the head with my bow.
Okay, so Rav is going to 300 this door. So let's do an athletics for her. She got a nat 1.
Oh, Rav.
So I'm gonna say
She hurts her
she
pink
kicks
toe.
she leans back, kicks it,
Oh yeah,
and her foot goes through the door and catches on a horizontal panel, and she falls prone.
Oh
gosh.
So Rav gets stuck, but you guys see her initiate this. I'll say you loose your crossbow. Tyndalos, were you holding an action?
I was about to open this door in front of me.
Okay, how are you going to do it?
But I was just going to try the doorknob.
Okay, you turn the doorknob and it opens.
Cool.
I always lock the back door. I mean,
I was going through the window at the same time Rav was kicking in the door, so I have popped through the window.
Okay, you are a halfling?
Correct.
Give me an athletics check to see if you can
climb up that window.
Yeah, basically.
15.
Yeah, easy. So you get in. Let me
up.
see. What section is this? 8. So let's run this bad boy. No monsters. Where are my monsters at? Oh, that's not
scared
right.
them with her foot through the door.
All right. So Elwyn, Tyndalos, and Azaria, each of you can have a attack if you'd like. Paul, you see them. You would have gotten line of sight as you saw them kind of squaring up, so you could do something as well if you like.
That's one zombie.
Where is?
Why are they so big and so close to me?
Oh my god! Why is it so big and so close?
The zombie giant.
Not my Elwyn.
Not my Elwyn. Let's see.
Sure. Can I see both of the? How many zombies were there?
There are 2 zombies.
Zombies.
One's here and one's here.
Yeah, I have something I would like to do.
Okay. So everyone first roll initiative.
Here we go.
I'm going to try out this thing.
And just call it your initiatives as you get them, please.
10.
I got 20.
Okay.
15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay.
One is 14.
14. And Rav, 10. I assume she has at least a +4 to dex, so we'll do that. Let's start this initiative. So first up is Azaria on this surprise round.
Yeah.
Oh
Does
no,
the-
it didn't.
There's 2 zombies we see, correct?
Correct.
We got one near you, one near me. Is the surprise round? Do I get sneak attack for that, or?
I believe you do because you're an assassin.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm just double checking. All right, I'm just gonna try and shoot the one that's closest to me through the head.
All right, give me 1 second. Is this? Sorry, these things did not. Why are they not on my thing? It says. Oh, that's right. These guys. Where are your stat blocks? Okay. It said this amount of health, and this says this. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you doing?
I'm gonna shoot him through the head, the one closest to me.
Okay, I'm gonna mark them red and blue for you guys. There you go. Yep. Yep. Okay, so go ahead and roll for attack.
I can do this.
You can
Ow.
still build and encounter around the con with this month, but you'll be unable to. Oh, they took away the Mind of Hand Delver stats for Ash zombies.
Oh.
Since
It's
we
okay. I'm
last
pretty
played.
sure I didn't hit him.
Do what?
I don't think I hit him anyways. I rolled a 3.
What's your total?
9.
9.
These guys were pretty
Yeah, that hit.
pushy, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's slow. You have the
Oh,
drop on them. Yeah.
I need extra little things.
And next up is $10.
She hit Red Boy.
Is it 3 for sneak attack? I don't remember.
You get here, right here, extra 2d6 damage.
Yeah, so it's 3. Okay, shoot. Yeah. 10.
10 total. You rolled your d6 for your crossbow. You should have what, 3d6 for sneak attack, and then you add your dex.
So she rolled 3d6 total.
Plus
and
my
that was a 4, a 1, and a 1.
plus 4 piercing. Yeah.
Plus 4, yeah.
Did you also roll the damage for the crossbow bolt?
The bolts
So you get
have
sneak.
their own damage?
Yeah, because you don't always get sneak attack. Does she
Hold
get 2d6 for sneak attack or 3d6?
2d6.
Well, sneak attack is extra 2d6.
Okay,
Which I
I'm sorry. You're right.
Short
Yeah,
bow
the
itself is 1d6.
Sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. I thought you got 3d6. So
Okay,
yes.
no.
Okay, I'm sorry. 10. You said.
Yes, 10.
Okay.
I was like, wait.
10 damage.
I actually
Okay.
did math this time.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Okay. Next up is $10. What do you do, sir?
I Eldritch Blast the red one if you can see him from the doorway.
Yeah, I'd say you open up the door. It swings open like between you and Azaria, but yeah, you're able to kind of step to the side.
I see the
Make
arrow
contact.
whip into him,
It's in
and I
his
say,
eyeball.
"Ooh, I'm gonna get that one." And I go, "Blah!" Riggedy wrecked with a, I think that's a 15 or 16. Yeah, 15 to hit,
Hits.
and then boom. There's, oh, sorry, that's not the right die. I rolled a d6 on a d10 damage.
Mhm.
Oh, I rolled worse on the d10. 8 damage.
Woo.
Wow. All right. 8 damage.
What's that guy looking?
Not good. His arm has fallen off. A few ribs bursted and broke. He is still up. He also, whenever that first arrow blasted in his belly and exploded the bones out, a big puff of ash exploded around him, but no one was nearby.
I wanted it to go into his eyeball.
It went into his eyeball, and the puff went out of his ear holes and his mouth, and puffs everywhere.
He's fuming.
Um,
That's why I stayed
So
at the
I yelled
window.
out, "Keep your distance."
Yep.
okay, and then next up is Elowin.
You guys really need to practice social distancing with these zombies. You need to stay 6 feet.
Rona zombies.
DM.
Yeah.
As an action, could I help Rav out of prone position?
Um,
Or is that
yeah, you can use your action to pick her up, basically. Yeah.
okay?
Foot out of the door.
One. I look him out the door.
Yeah. So you go up to the door and you just grab her heel and lift it for her,
Sure.
and then she probably rolls back. You open the door, pull out a hand, and pick her up.
Awesome. And then I will move to right here with my last bit of movement.
Okay. Peter, I can't. Try roll something real quick. I'm on it right now.
All right. Why not?
Let me know when you do it.
I just re-rolled.
Okay. No, I don't see anything on here.
Interesting.
So only you can see it if you're rolling it. It looks like. Next up is Rav. She is going to stand up and she's going to take a dagger and she's going to throw it at that red zombie. Seeing that it's not looking good, she got a 15. A dagger is D4 plus her dex. She rolled a 3. I assume her dex is 4, so it's a total of 7 damage. As she throws it into the back of the head of the zombie. The zombie, she throws it to the neck bone of the zombie, and its head disconnects from its body, falls off, and it just falls in a crumble of bones on the ground and does not rise again.
Glad I got her foot unstuck.
Yeah. She then, after the dust settles, she's going to run up, collect it, and then run back out. So she picks up her dagger and backs up. Next up is Paul.
Get him, Paul, get him.
That changes what I was gonna do. So I'll just do the Ward of Radiance.
Okay.
Which means the blue zombie needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. He rolled a 14 and has +3, so 17.
He saves.
Okay. Does he take half damage?
Nope.
Okay.
It's
All
a
right.
cat.
All right. So as the first zombie got obliterated without even knowing what happened, the second ash zombie rears and makes eye contact with all of you. And now the round starts after the surprise round. It goes back up to Azaria.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can I still see him through the window?
Yeah, you're able to, you're up against the window at this point, kind of pointing your short bow in. Yeah, you're able to see.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go for the head.
Okay, shoot again.
My brain's not working.
It's up here.
My brain's not working. It's up here. Come on. 20 hits.
It wasn't working. It's another 10.
10 damage. All right.
Yeah.
You do not get sneak attack at this point.
No, it's not. That's why. I actually did roll higher on my D6.
And cool. All right, 10 damage. Do you want to move or anything else?
No, I'm gonna stay away from his ashy self.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
ashy.
you need lotion. As he explodes, no one's nearby again. Tendalos, it's now your turn.
Blast him.
Blast him.
Eldritch. All right, 18 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Go. Damn it, I keep rolling the wrong die for the damage. I look at it, I'm like, why is that so low?
You don't roll the d20 for your damage on your Eldritch.
I keep rolling a d6. I'm watching her roll d6, so I roll d6. All right. 13 damage.
Ooh.
Let's see. Yeah, that does it. 13, 17. Yeah, you blast him in the chest and his body just falls apart and goes to the ground, and you wait a beat to see if he's going to rise again. As you've seen previously, he does not. Both these creatures are dead.
Does any dust pop out?
Dust popped out the first time. Yeah, it popped out and then fell. Each of you get some experience, but I'm tracking that, so let's not worry about that. You guys take a beat and you sit there. Doesn't seem to be. I forgot to put music on this whole time. Oh my god!
No. I'm gonna collect my arrows.
Let's start the session over.
Yeah, guys. Let's take
Erase it all.
Oh, the kitty in the background. Kitty, love me.
You all meet after a long day at the 10
I'm sorry, kitty.
Yeah, so you guys, no, off my table.
Am I able
No.
to affect the volume
Of what?
of this music on my own?
I don't know. Is it loud or quiet?
It's loud.
Let me turn it down.
Okay.
Why would they not make that a personal setting?
You actually, I think you can. If you hit the cogwheel in the top right, and
Master music volume level. Thank you.
you're welcome. And I'm going to turn the music back to normal. So hold on.
I guess that's why I wasn't so loud, is because I've already messed with all of this.
Yeah. All right. That should be good because that sounds good on the recording, I think. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you guys.
We in here.
We in here. I collected my arrows.
Okay. Yeah, you guys look around. You see tongs, bellows, hammer, pair of iron anvils. Dust covered the entire vicinity. You see uncompleted swords and daggers. You see handles without anything built into them. You see pre-carved like wooden handles. You see scabbards that are old and rotten leather. Again, nothing really of value.
I tell Paul, hey, grab that anvil. We might need it later.
I want to. Can I take time and cast detect magic as a ritual?
Yeah, if you want, sure.
Sure, that's what I want to do.
And what is it? 30?
It is 30 feet. Correct.
30 feet. Yeah. So you detect magic, and you don't seem to find or nothing really pings off of you.
Okay.
Yep. At this time, you guys have, let's see, you inspected that building, you went to that building, and this building, taking time, being safe, you're being stealthy. I'd say it's probably 5, 6 o'clock in the after. We'll say 6 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun's starting to go down. The shadows are getting long, but there's plenty of daylight. But you do feel like that you would start losing daylight quickly soon.
Do we want to hold up and sleep in the place that has a whole bunch of weapons?
Well,
just in case.
Not weapons, but
I mean, they could be used as a weapon. I'm gonna stab something with something.
you got better weapons on you.
I was just saying if I need to. Or do you guys want to go to a different place? Because I'm good since I took my short nap, but I don't know how you guys are doing.
I feel spry.
Yeah.
Let's go up the road.
The spiders are gonna come out soon.
Good.
Just
You
Go
want to
up
go
the
check
road
out
is where you want to go?
across from us?
Yeah, I want to do that. You're saying to the east?
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct. Elowen wants to move carefully up to wherever she could find a little peek hole or maybe just the door frame and look inside.
Okay.
Roll stealth.
Brought us with.
All right. Thank you.
Stealth is 22.
Okay. Let me readjust my map here. Right about here. A little lower.
I'm just gonna keep a watch outside on the.
All right. 22 stealth, you said?
Mhm.
Okay. And give me a perception check, Azaria and Elowen, as you're looking around. Tandalos, also give me a perception check.
No, almost fell off the table.
14 for my perception.
Okay.
13 on mine. What was
What
yours?
did I? 14.
Give me one moment.
Can I can add D4 or something. Oh, that was 1 minute, right?
I mean,
Damn,
you have
sorry,
guidance,
Paul.
so you could.
But that was only the duration was like in the next minute, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Surely that will have been passed by now.
Yeah, because you did detect magic. That's 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, as you guys approach here, this is a very, very broken down, ruined, square building. You see tables and chairs that are just broken down, windows broken out. The walls where the doors were are completely torn down. Tree is fully grown in this area. You wouldn't even call this a house or structure, just ruins.
But we don't note anything particularly
Nope.
dangerous. Okay.
Nope.
Ellen wants to try and proceed through the ruin.
Yeah, you safely take your time, make passage through, and you get to the other side, and you see another intact building. This one, you notice that the windows are shuttered and closed. The doors are closed and fully intact.
Owen makes eyes with Azaria specifically. It says, "Looks like we might need your help getting into that one."
Aren't there dragon cultists around here?
Yeah. Let's find out if
You
they're
really
in
want
there.
to make friends with the dragon cultist?
Let's make intimate friends with them. Black friends with them.
That's right now. That's who's in there.
Can I make another, I don't know, perception or investigation check, I guess, towards that building specifically, or?
Yeah, give me a perception. Are you looking at it from afar, or are you getting up close?
Nat 20. No, I'm standing where I'm at. Sorry.
Yeah, everything is closed. You don't see any movement. You don't hear anything from this far away. But it definitely looks very similar to like Radolf's home. It looks like it is being taken care of to some degree, and is closed off.
Okay. I mean, I would like to move stealthily out into the open, and maybe you said these windows are shuttered.
You move out to the open.
Correct.
Say,
I just
sorry.
move, out into the edge of the building right here.
Yeah, you
Against this
move out.
Where's which one's the front door?
The one where the pathway meets.
Yeah.
At the window.
That's a window.
And that's
There's a window by the door, but it's all boarded.
oh, and that's a window right there too.
Is someone really gonna go knock?
I mean, I'm not going to knock. That's what
Rav said, I'll do it.
Owen goes, "Raph, no, hold on."
She says, she just kind of talks in a semi-normal voice, says, what? We just got to find out who's here.
I don't want.
Owen says, yes,
for
but it might be better if we figure out who's here before they figure out we're here.
She's walking towards the door doing a, like, miming a knocking on the door, like, ah.
I'm waving my hand like, go ahead.
Elwyn casts Mage Hand and uses it to try and take Monty from Rav.
Rav will. Let me roll some.
I just say to Rav, can I at least check for a trapdoor before you knock on the door?
Rav grabs Monty, swats away the hand, and the hand kind of disperses. And she says, fine, geez, and backs up back to like where Paul and Azaria are.
In my backpack. Monty in my backpack.
Elwyn, go ahead.
I'll say Rav hangs on to Monty for now.
Sure. Elwyn looks at Azaria and motions kind of to the south of the house.
Okay. Are you gonna try for the back door or the window in the back?
Thief's choice. Rogue's choice.
It's all boarded up.
I wish I had elf.
Elwyn waves Azaria over to her, and then she is going to use Bardic Inspiration. So you will have a D6 to any ability checks made in the next, what is it, minute or 10 minutes? Anyways, but I'm going to.
I'm sorry, you said you're going to use Bardic Inspiration?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm going to, give it to Azaria. I'm going to motion Azaria over, and then I'm going to whisper a little sing-song in her ear. A little thief's poem that I have heard among my travels.
Might as well add a guidance to her as well.
Sure. So Zari,
I was just say, can I do just a quick walk around the whole place to see if there's any places that are fully boarded up?
yes.
Like the window?
Give me one more stealth check, and we'll use this for the entire perimeter of the house. As you walk around, you're kind of making noise, obviously, as you're
Sneaky.
Come on, wood elf.
They've got inspiration.
and guidance. So if you need a D4, you can use it as well.
That's your inspiration. That's your guidance. It's the bottom number, the one you can read.
What was the total?
She's
An
mathing.
Oh, okay.
15.
And you have
15?
to use the D6 before you know it's a success or a failure if you want to use the inspiration.
Yeah, it's 15.
15? Okay, cool. Yeah, you sneak around. Give me a perception check as you are stealthing and looking.
21.
21?
Oh, perception, sorry. I was thinking, no, it's 18.
18. Okay, yeah. As you're looking around, everything is boarded up very securely. You can't see through any of the windows or doors. Everything is sealed up. You do see a couple boards that look new, newer. Like the color is very different from this older wood, but you see a couple like brand new planks in the spots where others might have rotted out or been broken out previously.
One of
But
them, either a window or a door, has only old wood on it.
No, I'd say they've all been
Taken care of well enough.
taken care of. Retaken care of.
I'm just gonna go up to Elowen and be like, okay, there's nothing open, so rock, paper, scissors on door, window.
Okay, and Elwyn takes out a coin, and
Rav is sitting against the wall at the ruins right now. She says, "Just knock."
We're not knocking.
Yeah, just knock.
And then she throws a stick for Monty to chase, and Monty runs and comes back.
Door.
Okay. Which door?
I would say the southern door as well. It's the backside.
Can I check the back door for any traps before I try and enter?
Okay. Give me an investigation check. Rav looks over at Paul and says, "What do you think? Front door, back door? Should we just follow them?"
I'd say follow them.
All right, let's go.
No need to split the party.
I got a 10.
And you look from the shut door from the outside, and from everything you can see, you don't notice any sort of mechanism that might indicate this door is trapped.
Did Elowen follow all the way to the back as well?
Okay.
Okay. So are we knocking? Or are we entering?
Enter.
Elwyn clears her throat and then whispers, "You're a rogue."
So as you guys are sitting back here having this conversation, The door opens.
Oh, yay! Hello. We're just in the neighborhood.
Oh, have you heard the good news of our dragon lord?
As the door opens, a person is at the front door or the back door and so opens it and then slowly starts to close it. And you hear him say, boss?
I'm gonna stick my foot in the door jamb so he doesn't close it all the way.
Okay. As you do that, a second person swaps places with him and opens the door fully. And as you look at this individual, he has like a shawl of a cloak on. It's very long in the front, opens up over the shoulders, and then has a long tail in the back. He has overlaying leather pauldron on one shoulder, and he has a very elegant mask made out of leather that goes out wide on the sides and back at the top. It has kind of horn-like features. He has long silver gray hair, and he says, "Hello."
Hail and well met, says Owen. Um,
Well met.
Sorry, we were looking across this town. We thought it was abandoned when we found this building. We're sorry. We didn't mean to disturb you. Who are you?
You've come to our home. Who are you?
Eloise clears her throat and says,
As this conversation is happening, you see the other cultist, dragon cultist dude, go to the door behind, and he exits through it and disappears.
um,
Says it.
We're just weary travelers looking for a possible safe place to get some rest.
"Yes, we were sent this way, fulfilling some work. We had heard there were orcs out this way, and after we had defeated them on the trail, we found the city and thought we would look through. Like we said, we thought it was abandoned."
He says, "Well, we fortunately do not have room here for more. Appreciate you clearing out orcs who travel the area, but you'd have to find somewhere else to stay."
Sure. Would you be able to tell us where in this town you think would be appropriate to stay? I know there's some spiders and some zombies about, and these weird half tree creatures, and not to mention my friend says he thought he saw a dragon.
The guy behind him with the blue icon says, was something he would say, "Held the dragon kind" or something, and he gives kind of a salute.
Hell hide.
And yeah, and then the guy in front does the same salute as it's said, and he says, "Yes, we know of all of these individuals here. We haven't cleared the town of any sort. I'm not sure what is open. This just happened to be the building on the most outskirts that we could find that was intact, and we decided to make a residence here. Um, do you what intent do you have for the dragon?"
Oh, we had no intent for a dragon, like I said. We just seen them. Of course, the dragon would be far too mighty for us to do anything with. Anyways, you probably know as well as I am that dragons are not creatures that are up to the whims of humanoids.
Says, "Yes, you are wise, I see. You know a bit about dragon and dragonkind. Please, you and your friends come in." And he turns around to the guy behind him and says, "Get the others." And he invites all of you guys to come inside.
I'm gonna ask him where I can get a coat like his.
No one walks up.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, we've made our cloaks over time. You can, I mean, we could Do you have any interest in following the whims of a dragon? Is everyone going inside?
I go inside.
Okay.
Are you going inside?
Tell us more about this dragon. That's a big decision for us to make. Of course, we can't make any sort of life changing decisions like that based on our limited experience. Tell us why you follow this dragon.
And he says, well, dragons are of the most noble blood. They are powerful and strong, able to devour any one of us if they feel hungry. We are a extension of a wider network. We want to make an alliance with these creatures. We're waiting for the right time and opportunity to do so. We've seen the dragon here, the green dragon, um, bring cows and wolves and even an owlbear too to his tower and devour them. We believe he's starting a small horde, hopefully here in the tower. We hope to help him reclaim this small city and broker an alliance with him.
So your alliance is made out of fear, or the power that this dragon has, or
Mutual respect. We
see.
would serve this dragon in hopes that in time of our own need, he would help us. He extends his hand out and says, my name is Fabric.
Ellen shakes his hand and she says, "My name is Ellen. Uh,
And I'm textiles.
textiles.
It's the one that shook the hand.
My name
of
is Cottonwood.
leader dude.
Do what?
The one that shook the hand, Fabric. Is he the one that opened the door? That's kind of the leader dude.
Yes.
Oh, fabric.
Fabric. Not fabric.
Not textile.
Yeah, Fabric.
Just so I'm aware.
The other cultists jump in and they talk about things they've heard dragons do. Blow fire down on entire villages, who refuse to bring gifts to a dragon. Um, rip people out from the ground and fly them up to the sky and drop them for no reason. Um, and yeah, just giving basic reverence to dragons and dragonkind.
So you guys just like being loyal to the powerful?
Well, similar to your friends here, and he kind of points over to Elwyn and Paul. He says, and maybe even yourself, you get your power from someone else, yes?
Someone.
Yeah. Well, we like to get our power from the dragon. We hope that again he will bring us power one way or another, whether through direct magic or having a powerful ally.
What if
Having
he just
powers
has a
yourself
light?
sometimes can be just as important as having powerful allies.
And what happens if he just kills you guys?
Well, that is a risk. Again, we revere these dragons and would not simply run up on them without having an appropriate timing. You don't simply run into a dragon's lair and let them know that you worship them. You bring gifts. You come after he's been fed. You offer something, and that's what we hope to do.
So,
Are you going to do the offering?
Say what?
I want to ask them when they are going to do the offering.
He says, well, we've kind of waited, being just 5 of us. We fear that he will see us more of a snack rather than an appropriate entourage to his greatness. And he kind of gestures and he says, maybe with more, if you're interested, he might be more interested in a larger following. Even if you just come temporarily and then later leave, we could let him know that you're out doing stuff for him, and obviously you wouldn't have to worry about that. We could take everything from here. What
Get
is
a
it?
cloak
You're
out
in
of
the
it.
He says, "What are you in the town here for?"
Elwin.
Oh, like I said, we had been tracking down a band of orcs that were causing trouble for nearby trading villages, and like we said, stumbled upon this ruined town. There was reason for us to believe that there were dangerous creatures lurking here, and of course, we encountered these spiders and these blight characters. And tell me, is there anybody else in town here that you know of?
We've not seen anyone beyond those that you had mentioned.
Hmm. Um, yeah, so we're here merely by circumstance. We had no previous knowledge about the dragon here, but that is a definitely intriguing surprise. Elwyn says. She says, "I make it my life duty to kind of record the happenings of the world and pass on these tales. So it would be quite the experience to maybe see this dragon up close or witness some of the mighty feats he's able to perform."
He says, "Yes, seems very wise of you. I'll tell you what, it is getting close to nighttime, and one of my men will be coming back with some game, hopefully soon. How about we all squeeze in here, take shifts, and maybe in the morning we can go out and see this dragon?"
I like this idea.
Sure. If I end up joining, do I get a cloak?
And one of them pops up and says, "I can make you a cloak, no problem."
Yes.
Owen says, "And you're sure this is at least relatively safe, right?"
Uh, Fabric kind of pacing around the room, places his hand on your shoulder in a slightly flirty way and says, "Nothing is safe, my friend. You will have to go with due diligence and read the situation best we can, but I think with all of us together we could broker a peaceful treaty."
I'm
I
just
mean-
gonna slowly push his hand off Elwin's shoulder.
As you do, he just kind of pulls his hand away and, "Right, well, and
Cat
then
is climbing everything.
at that time, a individual. Paul, are you outside or are you just like pressed against the wall?
Where's my Paul?
I'm just in up near the wall.
Okay. So
It's
yeah,
not really-
you might hear someone kind of walk in and come up from behind you guys, and you hear him from outside before he makes a visual. He says, "Boss, I got some good meat today," and he walks through the door dragging an owlbear carcass, and he has huge scratches on his armor where you can see he was in a pretty ferocious fight. Um, and the others rush to him. One of them rushes up and casts some magic on him, and his wounds heal up. And he says, "Oh, thank you. Oh man, that was tough." And the others kind of help him drag the body back outside, and they begin to skin it.
Owen says, "Wow, that's quite the quarry. Did you take this creature down by yourself?"
Says, "Well, I set up a trap. I'm a trapper by trade, and I trapped the beast and snared it so it couldn't move for a little bit of time, and uh, shot it from afar. And you can see it has a crossbow on his back. He says, I wasn't able to get it down before it got a few hits on me, but I was able to finish it off with my blade, luckily."
Wow.
But yep, they begin to quarter the beast outside. There's a fire pit out here that they cook over. There's a bit of a perimeter constantly set up with the guys kind of spread out. Um, yeah, what do you?
Owen talks to Fabric. Is Fabric outside with us?
Fabric is leaned against the wall here in a chair next to this door.
Sure.
And you got everyone give me a perception check. Or does anyone have a passive perception over 15?
No.
No.
Perception 12.
12 is
16.
13.
13. Okay. Yeah, you guys just
oh, and your passive is 13. So.
You notice that there's just always at least one person inside the building at all times. But yeah, Fabric is leaned up against this wall, has his plate, and is just kind of sitting here.
Sure. Fabric, if you don't mind me asking, you said your plan here is to make an appropriate offering to the dragon you've been stockpiling for some while, and you think that now's the appropriate time to make your moves?
Yeah, we feel that the offering we have hopefully will be enough, and with a show of force to reinforce the value we would be able to provide, we feel like this might be enough to put us over the top.
Sure. And,
So-
and what do you plan to offer, if you
I
don't
was just
mind me
gonna
asking?
So who's the offering?
That, my new friend, is something we would like to keep to ourselves. I mean, no offense, but let's just say it is very valuable to dragonkind.
What if everything goes bad? Are you going to just let it take your life, or are you going to fight back?
Well, with dragons, we've heard there are certain warning signs, various dialogue they give. We feel that we would be able to um, give them everything we have and escape with our lives, even if he doesn't give us an alliance. Most dragons know that if we're able to bring them something of value and escape with our lives, that's likely we'll try again. And that is kind of our hope. It may take us many attempts and many offerings to actually get an alliance, but in order to not be eaten immediately on sight, we're hoping that having the additional manpower might be enough.
Owen, while he's talking, wants to walk over to Tindalos, and I want to just engage kind of in face-to-face close conversation here with Tindalos, but I want to slip him a potion of invisibility.
Oh, snap.
You do that no problem throughout
Okay.
the night. You find the right moments.
Sure.
You don't need to roll for that.
Sure. Fabric, man, that sounds very brave of you to do, to go up time and time against this dragon, never knowing if one time might be the last. And she like smiles at him.
Yeah, she's like, well, we feel it's important. There are many dragons along the Sword Coast, and we feel that if they are to be living near many civilizations, it's important to have a mutual relationship rather than a hostile one. While a large group may be able to bring down a dragon, no problem, the casualties that may come along are far more dangerous than letting it go unnoticed.
Sure.
And do you have members?
Man. On the subject of relationships, Ellen says, and she gives him another smile. She's like, I'd like to learn more about you. Do you care joining me outside around some owl bear?
Give me a charisma, performance, I guess, because you're
Persuasion?
flirting. Yeah, persuasion. Thank you. Yep.
I rolled a 10.
Ooh, what's your persuasion?
No, I rolled a 2.
Ow!
My persuasion is +8, and I rolled a 2.
What stat is insight? Is that wisdom?
Correct.
Okay. Kind of eyes you. Not exactly knowing what you're doing, but says, "I like my chair." Smiles and says, "But um, I'll be happy to get a plate with you if you'd like to come back here." And he gets up and he walks out to go get a plate from the campfire outside.
I immediately wait. Who else is in this room?
I am.
Rav is one of the cultists are.
Elowen starts to kind of walk out or towards the door, and she gets up in front of this cultist here, this purple one, and starts talking to him. Oh, hello. What is your name? My name's Elowen. Kind of crowds him up against this wall.
As you do that, Rav Favrik turns and just kind of sits in on the conversation. Watches you, because you invited him to eat with you, so he's kind of turning, staying with you, and yep.
I'm just gonna look at Tyndalos and be like, "Hey, I need to go take a leak. You wanna come and back me up in case anything pops out in the dark?"
No, I'm good.
Elwyn continues to walk outside. Come
Using
on,
my
Pepper.
fancy psychic talk to people,
Yeah.
I talked to Azaria, and I say, distract them so I can down this potion and go through this door.
That's why I was trying to get you outside so you could just take it and walk back inside.
But
Is the mind speak one way, $10?
yeah, it's only one way.
Okay, so you say that to her, and she kind of eyes you. You don't know.
Yeah, that's all they can.
Okay.
Ooh, Fabric, this owlbear sure looks tender. Do you like the dark meat or the white meat?
I'm just gonna go up and talk to the purple guy and be like, "So, how did you make your cloak?" And just start asking him
There
a
you
whole
go.
bunch of questions on the cloak and why it's so shiny, and if he
Yeah,
could fit me one
he's in there. He's in there sewing it up and talking about the reason why he uses one material versus another and the proper thread to use. And when you're out in the wild, this thread seems to decompose faster than this one. So he's
the
he
shiny.
likes the thistle thread better. And give me a performance as you're kind of trying to captivate this person's attention.
+0.
I know. 8.
Okay. He's looking, but he's also kind of looking around the room. His back is more against the wall rather than turned and face south, so he's got a good view of the whole room.
Elwyn is outside and she's casting prestidigitation to make a illusory image, and she's making a small little green dragon fly around the palm of her hand.
Cool. Fabric is enamored by this, and yep.
Night.
Yeah, he's hanging out there for a second. $10. You do anything, Paul?
I think
I'm gonna say Rav went outside. Let me see. Let me roll insight. Yeah, Rav's outside, took Monty, and is showing Monty off to one of the other guys, Dragon Cultists.
I was the user.
Elwyn makes the prestidigitation dragon fly around and chase after Monty.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix this, so too far low. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you're still doing this. $10, what are you doing?
feeling like I don't have my opportunity yet.
Okay. So as this time is kind of going on, each of y'all. Okay. As you've all kind of had this, this other guy is going to make his way back in. Fabric is kind of still enamored by Elowen and your magic.
I'm just gonna go up to Tyndalos and be like, maybe we should just wait until we all go to sleep.
Well, they're gonna leave someone on watch the whole time.
Yeah, but if they assume
You
you're
got her
sleeping,
paw.
invisible.
And then they'll see a body disappear.
We'll just make lumps under your blankies.
I go full. What's his face? No, now I'm blanking. But
You feel bad, huh? Oh, she doesn't like you now.
Oh no, kitty.
Okay, so yeah,
It's,
what are you guys doing?
I mean, I already ate. I'm gonna at least go into like that left corner and at least take a nappy nap.
Right?
Fabric goes back to the chair, leans up against the wall.
Okay. Yeah, the left corner where there's no door or window, I'm just gonna meditate and take a short nap.
Okay. As time goes, yeah, the fire is put out, and they tell you guys to take bed in the main chamber. Uh, 3 of them go into the room up there. 3 of them stay in this room, and one of them keep guard um, down here, kind of looking on the outside of the door, and one of them are on at the top. So do you guys, are y'all trying to do anything sneaky, or are y'all gonna just take a long rest?
You guys do need some sleep. I'm good, but I don't know about all your spells.
So, and you may not know this, if you do not get a full 8 hours, you get 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
So exhaustion,
I don't have disadvantage on stuff.
Level 1 would be disadvantage on all ability checks.
yeah. So
Ooh.
so you guys take a second, talk about what you're gonna do. I gotta pee. Be right back.
I mean, it's up to y'all. I do think you guys need some sleep. Try and wake up earlier than that. Do something.
What time is it? Did they say?
adventure time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we started eating, it was 6 p.m., so it's definitely getting dark, and I don't want to be out hours. And I
My
really
question,
want
my question is, do we really fully trust these guys?
No.
No, I suspect that they have a person in there as tribute.
At least if we're not the church.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm
Well,
just
it wouldn't be the first time
It could be what's his name because he went off to that arcane thing. It could have been their arcane circle or whatever, and they were doing a ritual and captured him or something like that. They seemed ignorant to his existence.
yeah. I'm just curious how many people they actually have. Because what if they all die? Then who's continuing the cult?
Is this a cult we wouldn't want to continue? They seem to be all gung ho about self-sacrificing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you guys are you coming up with a plan, or are y'all just gonna wait till the next day?
So using my fancy silent talk, I talk to Elohim.
Mhm.
So just take out these 3 here in this room and then move on to the other 3 in the other room, or do we want to have a good night's rest?
In your fancy talk, you have to talk out loud or gesture.
Yeah, you nod. Go ahead and nod at me. Yes or no?
Yeah, correct.
Blink once for killing them, blink twice for go to sleep.
Elwyn looks at them, looks back at Tendalos, and nods her head yes.
Yes to what? Yes to which one?
Yes, to kill them.
To kill them?
So now I fancy speak to Azaria.
Oh.
Cut his throat.
Snappy. Fine. Which one?
The closest one you can
I
get to.
can't see.
All right, so this is in the middle of the night before you guys have taken any sort of rest, yeah?
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
I guess I'll go.
Mhm.
Where is Paul inside or outside?
Paul's right here.
He's inside.
Everyone's inside except for blue and green.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there, of course. Okay, I see. I see.
And pink and purple are both awake, is what we're saying?
No, they're laying down. I assume you're doing this in the middle of the night.
Correct.
Right.
I'm actually because you guys are staying up, kind of chit chatting. I'm gonna roll for them to see if they actually have fallen asleep or if they're keeping an eye out as well.
Sure.
Okay. So Zarya, what are you doing? Who's doing what?
I don't even know at this point.
So I'm ready to Eldritch Blast this bitch right in the face as soon as she makes a move on the other one. I'll make a move on this dark purple one.
I'm just gonna first walk up Halloween just for reinsurance before I do this. And just
You're gonna walk up to Elwyn?
and I'm just gonna whisper and be like, are you sure that we can't just possibly use them to defeat the dragon somehow? Because we still have to defeat the dragon. Do we really want to kill them all, or do we just want to play pretend for a little while?
Elwyn says, I don't know what it is, but something about these cultists deeply unsettles me, and I do not see a good end for us if we join forces with them.
Fine, but you owe me a cloak. I'll go up to the pink one and try and slit his throat.
Elwyn goes to Paul and is going to lay hands upon him and cast invisibility as a second level illusion. Any creature I touch becomes invisible. Its concentration until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts the spell.
And then
Invisible.
I'll
Mm-hmm.
speak in Rav's head and tell her to see if she can keep this one silent while I kill him.
Are you going invisible too?
Maybe snap his neck.
Okay.
No, because
No, because it would break.
I didn't know it would break from a potion.
Yeah. The invisibility condition does if you attack or cast a spell.
Right.
Or technically, Paul's will break if I lose my concentration, or if I am attacked, or if I cast another spell.
I knew otherwise, I just didn't know potion wise.
Sure.
That sucks. What'd you say? So is Rav gonna go and try and quiet the purple one?
That's
That
my
is
request.
what, yeah, that was asked.
So as Elwyn casts this invisibility spell, which requires you to speak verbally, the green cultist walks in, sees Paul go invisible, sees Rav hovering over purple, sees Azaria hovering over pink, and yells, ambush.
Yep, there it is.
Roll initiative.
That's one of the cloak in a nap.
Go ahead and call
18.
your initiative. 18, okay.
15.
15 for Paul, 12
13.
for Azaria, 13, and Rav got a 10, we'll say plus 4.
Sorry,
So, what's the best thing to do?
All right. I assign these guys the colors?
I feel like you did it before, but I don't
Okay,
know.
so. Alright, so first up is this guy.
Oh,
He's
fuck.
going to bust down the door and go to attack Rav. 13 plus 3, 16. I wish I had her character sheet. Shoot. Let me see. I think she might have sent it to me at one point. Cancel. Oh boy. Alright, I'll look that up in a second. Let me get this moving. Alright. Next up is this one. He's going to run in as well, also attack Rav. That's going to miss. Next up is...
Why are these cultists
Green.
so rude?
Green runs in, bumps, attempts to go here, but actually bumps into Paul and makes a swing at disadvantage on the invisible creature. Gets a 12 total. Does 12 hit you, Paul?
It does not.
Okay. And then it rolls to Tendalos.
Where the frick is $10?
I'm in the corner
There
here.
you are.
Okay.
Oh, here's your character sheet.
You look like an octopus.
I am an
Sure.
octopus.
Her AC is 15, so it does hit. So let me roll some damage for her real quick. D6 plus 2.
That was either
So she takes 3 damage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Mandy, how much HP she have total? It says 20. I'll say she has 20.
7.
She took 3 damage. Okay. Sorry, $10. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Hex Fabric.
Okay.
You're hexing which one?
Fabric, red dot.
Fabric. He is hexed.
E.
And that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Next up then is the next cultist. Let's see, that is the, let's see, green just went, so that would be the next one, which is orange. Orange is going to run in past their buddies and also attack Rav. And this one actually has advantage, rolled in that one, and for a 14, which misses. Next up is Paul.
Who is invisible? To no help.
Yeah, I'm wondering what to do because I'm invisible.
Yeah, sorry. Thought maybe I could get it off in time before they saw you. But
Right.
what a waste of a level 2.
Why do we keep asking and no one's responding?
Well, kind of. I mean, your one and only healer is now super hard to hit.
Ask again.
Yeah, as soon as I do anything.
Hey, Alex.
Yes.
What number do you have me for my initiative?
I
got a 18.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you said 12. Then you are up. You're actually just after $10. So go ahead. You go ahead first. Why can't I edit this?
We don't
It's
know.
right there for some
Is that all of them awake now? I'm assuming after he yelled.
They're all awake. Yeah, they're all awake.
in the room.
Everybody up.
But let me see. The last two cultists who have not gone are
Or pink,
purple and pink, and they were both already in the room, so they're actually both prone. They were lying down.
Nice.
So if you use your dagger, you get or dagger or sword, you get advantage. If you use a crossbow, you actually have disadvantage.
Oh, because the pro. Right.
Or a short bow, yeah.
And because those two haven't moved yet, you get assassinate.
I'm gonna.
Which they're all also engaged, so you'd get sneak attack on any of them.
Sweet. I'm gonna go for the what I was originally going for. I'll still go for pink, and I'll stab him with my sword.
Okay. You have advantage because he's prone.
9 and
There we go.
13 plus 6 is 19.
19.
That definitely hits.
Sweet. I want to stab him in the gut,
Fuck him up.
and I still get sneak attack. You said, even though he's prone.
You do?
Because he's prone. And
because he's
because
prone.
assassinate. And because
I'm
he's
fine.
engaged.
He's engaged by
You
the
got
way.
3 reasons to have advantage.
Just making sure.
13.
13.
13. You drive. You said the gut.
I want his stuff to fall out.
You slam your short sword in his gut and you rip it open, and he immediately is eviscerated and just goes limp. He is dead.
I'm stealing his cloak. FYI, just putting that out there right now.
A bonus action, you unclip his cloak and throw it over your back.
Oh, I put it in my backpack. Where,
Actually, you have a bonus action to do a second attack or something else, so you just free action get that later maybe.
okay.
Yeah, do you want to use your offhand weapon?
What's my offhand weapon? Is
A
it
dagger.
still a dagger? Okay. I'm gonna dagger the orange dude.
Okay. Dagger.
Dagger.
11.
It's 11.
That misses. It hits the leather pauldron on one of his shoulders as he kind of dives out the way. Do you want to move, or are you going to stay put?
That's my. Was that my bonus action?
That was your bonus action.
Okay. I can't disengage. Yeah, I'll move to the corner I was in before. The very
Up
left
here?
corner. Yeah.
We'll get an attack.
Okay.
Okay. As you step away, both blue and orange are going to take attack of opportunities.
That's all.
You can just not move.
One of them hits, one misses. You take
Do anything else.
3 damage from a scimitar.
From a what?
A scimitar, it's the curvy
Curved
sword.
swords.
Oh.
Very culty swords. All right, Paul, you are up.
I think Paul is going to just especially after he sees this one goes down, I think he's just gonna back up here and hide in the corner.
As you walk away, the green cultist hears your steps, knows he bumped into you, and is going to take a swing at disadvantage because you're invisible. Rolled a 19 and a natural 1.
Nice.
Yeah. Duck, Paul, duck.
He misjudging your height. He just swings wildly, and you just are running. You don't even look. He just swings wide over the top of your head.
I think I'm gonna crouch down to even a little bit smaller, because everyone still looks pretty. All of my guys look relatively fine at this point.
For now.
For now.
Mandy, Rav got hit a little bit, but it doesn't look
3
like
damage.
he. Yeah.
So I'll be ready to run up and heal anybody when needed.
Do you want to hold an action or anything, or are you just passing?
I'm just gonna pass because healing. Could I do?
Casting or attacking breaks invisibility.
Yeah, but if I wait another turn until the beginning of my next turn, No, I think
But me casting another spell.
that requires
Breaks.
concentration. If you cast another spell that requires concentration.
Correct. Oh, it requires concentration. I see.
So yeah, I can hide him. I'll just pass because the only thing to heal would be cure wounds, and I would need touch for that.
Just
I
hide
would
him.
have to run up.
No problem, sir. Next up is
Orange fail.
The-
And then Paul. Or no. Go ahead.
last cultist, which is purple, who uses movement to stand up, gets advantage on Rav. 18 hits, so a d6 plus 2. Rav takes 6 damage.
No.
6 damage. She gets cut in the back on her hip as this blade cuts her. The dead cultist is up, and then it goes to Rav. Rav is going to use her action to attack Fabric. Does not get advantage, but will just attack. Does a 14, that does hit. I think she gets a d6 because she probably used her staff. Or no, staff is a d8, isn't it? Staff is d8, I'm pretty sure. So it's 5 plus her dex, which is 9 damage, which is this bro. So she just clocks Fabric in the face, and you hear his neck snap from the impact, and his body spins in the air, and he falls against the wall and just goes limp completely.
Nice. Is she not
Rav-
getting teeth out?
Yeah. Rav is going to use a key point, and DJ's calling me. Hey DJ, I'm playing D&D right now.
You're playing what?
D&D with my starter group.
Oh, snap. Okay, sorry about that.
That's alright.
I'll send you some pictures and text later.
Dope. Thanks, man.
Bye.
Dick pics. Sweet. Alright, so Rav's going to use a key point, and she's going to go to defensive stance as her bonus action. Next up is Elwyn. Elwyn, you see Fabric get clocked and killed, and you hear a collective gasp from the remaining cultists. What would you like to do?
I want to. Would it be a free action to try to convince him to stand down, or would that be like my action?
If you want it to actually like have an effect,
Sure.
it would be an action. If you just want to say something, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, say whatever you
If
want.
you're trying to like persuade
I
you,
think
to
Doc
be an
should be able to vote, says Elwyn, and then she. I am going to. Let's see, purple is the one who went. She struck. Fabric's dead. I guess I will cast Dissonant Whispers on this gentleman in green. It is a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I got a total wisdom of 10.
Nope, save is 14.
Okay.
Take 1d4 psychic damage and then a whopping 1. And then disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay. Anything else?
So, I will. No, I'll stay right here.
Okay.
I want to stand my ground.
Back up to top. Fabric is dead. It then goes to the blue and green cultists. Green is going to run outside and leaves your view. Blue is going to run this way. Rav's going to get an attack of opportunity. Rav's on that one. This one is going to go in this room. You can hear him shuffle. Sounds like they pick up something, and then is going to run to about here. And then it's Tendalos and Azaria. So Tendalos, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm going to give chase to the blue guy.
Okay. Purple gets an
moving.
attack of opportunity on you. 2, so misses.
That's too bad.
So yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna get. I guess I'm gonna run up right up behind him, and move next to him with a bonus action.
Okay.
And then Eldritch blast him.
Okay. Because you're within 5 feet, you actually have disadvantage.
Oh shoot! All right.
So go ahead and roll twice. Take the lower.
So 11 plus 5 is 16.
Is that your lower number?
I rolled a 20.
Nice. Definitely hits.
Get him.
Okay.
Stick him to the door.
Have to remember that Hex is a bonus 1d6 on top of my. Plus 3. 9 damage.
That is exactly what you needed to kill the sucker. You blast him in the back shoulder, and he launches his arm out and lets go of this small container as he falls face forward on the ground and falls dead prone. The container rolls and tumbles and falls in front of you about 6 feet. The lid very dramatically pops open, and inside you see
Yoda.
yes, Baby Yoda. You see 3 sparkling diamonds.
Oh.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I scoff at their piddly tribute. Like, really, guys? That's what you thought would earn the alliance of a dragon?
Pocket them.
Anything else?
I don't believe I can pick them up anymore, right?
I would say you can walk up to it and pick it up as a free action. They're just small. I mean, they're diamonds. They're pretty big size, but yeah, you can go pick them up, pocket them.
Yeah, I'll pocket those.
Okay, Azaria. You saw Tendalos run out the other room. You heard a blast of dark energy emit from the other room. Rav's swinging her staff and gets in a defensive stance. Elwyn and Paul have stepped back. One of the enemies ran out the bottom door. There's 2 more surrounding Rav.
Did the green one
He ran out the door, and you don't
super
know.
far? I don't know.
You have no idea if he's hiding around the corner, if he ran for the hills, if he's going around to the other door. You have no clue.
Do I have enough movement to get to the door to see if he is?
Let's see. Yeah, you have like 30 foot or something, right? 25, 30?
35.
35? Yeah, you're able to run down to the door. You open the door and look, and oh, my puppy's dreaming. He's whimpering. It's okay, buddy. You'll get that squirrel. And as you look out at this person, you see that he is like running out in the woods.
He's too far for my bow to hit him.
What's the range on your bow?
80 and 320.
80.
No, you could
Nice.
hit that dude.
All right, I'm gonna try and shoot him with my bow.
Okay.
Plus 6.
How much?
14 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, hits.
Sad, I gotta have him do my math. It is a decent, okay. 7.
7. All right, he takes a massive hit to the shoulder, but is still kicking. Oh wait, wait. Nope, he was previously injured. He's dead. You hit him, in the back where the liver is, and he grabs it and he keeps running and he starts slowing down. And he falls to one knee, puts his hand on a tree, and then just rolls over onto the other side where the arrow is not, but is dead.
How many feet was it from? Was it 20 feet from where I moved already?
Yeah.
Do I have enough movement to go stab either the purple or the orange?
I don't know if you can take
the
a.
bow I used. Right, never mind. Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot.
But you can do all sorts of actions.
Yeah, you can dodge, hide, disengage, and dash. Did I say that?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go over by and try to kind of hide around Elwyn. So I'll try hide.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead and roll your stealth, and if they go to look for you, then let me know what that number is. Next up is the orange cultist, who's going to get advantage on Rav again. No, is going to disengage and run.
If one more runs from me, I swear.
It runs out the door, and you said you're hiding by Elwyn, so maybe there. Then next up is a purple, who's also going to disengage and run out. Paul, you are actually, before that happens, Paul, you're up first.
Orange one?
I mean, at this point, I think it seems like we've won. So I think what he's going to do is he's going to do what he can to come over here and trip the guy as he comes by.
You want to hold an action to trip the person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm invisible. Should be interesting.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So then next up is that cultist. He's going to run. Give me a athletics or acrobatic. Probably athletics to hold your foot out and it be strong enough to trip someone. So give me an athletics with advantage.
Just lay your whole body down as a trip.
And I'll make him do a dex save.
Ooh. Not good. 8 total.
8. He does trip over your foot, but he's able to regain his footing and continues past you. Did use a disengage action to leave Rav's area of threat, but that is all he's able to do. It is now Rav's turn. Rav, of course, is going to chase down these punks and attempt to attack. Full 18 hits with a D8. Got a 6 plus 4, 10. That one's dead. She's going to attack the other one using her bonus action. Ooh, that fell on the ground. That doesn't count. Roll it back. Come here. Okay.
I'm going to kick the one.
And she's going to use Flurry of Blows. Use a key point, Flurry of Blows. 6 plus. Let me see. 6 plus 4 plus. Is y'all's proficiency 2 right now?
Yeah.
Correct.
So it'd be 12, which just hits. She only gets a D4, I believe. Plus 4. She does 8 damage. That one is very injured. She just spins him around, clocks him in the face, and punches him in the gut. And he's like bent over, down on one knee. And it goes to dead, stupid fly. Elwyn, you're up. You kind of gauge the battle. It's gotten very quiet. There's a few dead bodies on the floor. Your group's kind of spread out. What would you like to do?
I want to go and I will try and like grapple this guy, Orange. I want to hold him here so we can maybe question him or do something else. I just want to keep him from running.
Okay. Go up and give me a grapple. Grapple
Which is a
attack.
strength check.
Correct. We'll make an attack first to see if you can make contact with him. So just roll and add your strength modifier. And
So 15.
Okay, so yeah, so you make a grapple check and then do a athletics.
16.
Yeah, so you go, you make contact, and as you do, he grabs your arm, and you're grabbing him by the chest, and he's holding on to your wrist with both hands as you kind of grab him by the chest, and you just have him, and he just lets go. His arms go limp. Does anyone basically we go back through all of the initiative? Does anyone want to run up and kill this person, or are y'all gonna let Elwyn hold on to him?
I yell and ask them to help me bring him back inside.
Okay.
I won't kill him.
Let me roll and see if Rav just kills him outright, because that's something she would do.
That's true.
No, she immediately starts looting the other body instead. But yeah, I will say you guys are able to probably drag back all the bodies for purposes of looting. Tendalos, you grab the box and the gems, you bring it back in.
Does anybody have any like rope or anything, or could we find anything to maybe tie this guy up?
No, I have rope.
He is on the verge of death.
Okay.
You can rope him up, but he's just like lent against the wall. You guys kind of have him surrounded.
Sure.
And Rav says, "Yeah, I got rope. She's gonna tie him up. She does a pretty decent job of tying him up."
I cast healing word on him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that up.
Does anyone want to heal Rav?
My spellcasting modifier. So he heals 6 HP.
Okay.
I'll go
Rav's about half health at this point.
Yeah, Rav's pretty low.
I'll do
6
that.
HP. Okay, so you heal him up. And okay. His jaw was actually dislocated, and as you put your or you did healing word.
Correct.
As it heals, you see the jaw kind of relocate, and he just grabs it and like moves his jaw about. He says, "Please, what do you want?" And he rips off the mask and like throws it down, and anything you want.
Rav heals 5.
Okay.
She's up to 16.
And this cultist says, "What do you want?"
Owen says, "Your offering, it was," and she points to the bag of the diamond. She says, "This is all you had to take to the dragon?"
That's like 300 gold worth of diamonds, which 300 gold is like, I don't know, 10 grand in our world. It's expensive.
Dude, we are rich.
It's like 300 gold of diamonds, yes?
Yeah, but it's a dragon.
Yeah.
It is a young dragon its first horde. It wasn't my plan, it was Favric's.
I mean, I'll be honest, I thought you guys had like a person as tribute or something.
We can't.
Favric did say that if you guys would come with us, we were going to offer you.
Yeah. Surprise,
what
surprise.
is the cloak? And I got that.
He says, what can I do? Please, anything. I just want to go. I don't even want to be in this group anymore.
I say to friends, maybe he can offer himself to the dragon.
Who?
I was speaking to my friendly group about him.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
says, please,
go ahead.
Please, no. I want to live. I don't care about this dragon. I was homeless in a nearby town in Leylon, and they found me and they offered a warm plate of food, and Just for my loyalty. I'm nothing special.
Insight check.
Roll an insight.
13.
Total?
Mhm.
He appears to be telling the truth.
Owen says,
See, these guys were kind of pushovers. I felt
Yeah.
kind of bad for them.
Owen says, you know, your story is one that is common to us that we hear and we feel for you and understand, but you have to understand that there's consequences with allying yourselves with people of this nature. I know you don't have many choices available to you, but you always do have a choice.
It was either this or death for me. I've been starving for days.
Does he have
My
any
family was
information?
killed by a wandering band of orcs, and I've been alone for 6 years, starving on the streets, out surviving in the woods.
Have we looted fabric yet?
No, I mean, you haven't asked.
I want to.
Do you want to inspect him?
Roll
Give me a,
investigation or
yeah, investigation.
19 plus 2, so 21.
21. Yeah, you see around his neck he has a potion of flying in a stoppered vial that's hanging around a rope around his neck. So you have a potion of flying.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
And as you kind of pluck it off of his neck, he says, Fabric always said that this would help him be like the dragon. I don't know what it does.
I will return this potion of invisibility to Elwin.
Sure, and she slips it back on her hip. Listen, what was your name again?
My name is Braun.
Braun. Listen, Braun, have you heard anything of a man living in this town called Radar?
No, I've not. We've not met any other people. We've come in contact with some of these little wooden creatures, and we've seen the zombies, but they're mindless enough. We just avoid them.
Sure.
What's with that big building north of here with the statue?
The barracks that used to be the town's barracks back when this city was alive. It's infested with zombies.
Oh.
And
We
what of
don't
the
go in there.
path up to the dragon and the dragon's tower itself? Can you tell us anything about that?
Yes, Favrik sent some scouts up the path. Nothing inhabits that area. It knows that the dragon will rip them out from the sky, from the ground. The spiders were the thing that got closest to it. That they kind of blocked the pathway up there. But we went through the thick brush and climbed the hill, and we didn't see anything. We've not gone in the tower or the connecting house to it, but we haven't seen much.
And if we let you go, where are you going to go?
That way, and he just points out. I'll just travel till I find another town, and I don't know, see if I can join a militia. I've learned a lot of fighting through being with this group.
Send him to Fandelver, or I mean, is that the
Phandalin.
town? Phandalin. Thank you.
Braun, is there
Nah, he's a chump.
anything that you can tell us about this dragon? Might have surmised by now, but it's our intent to defeat it.
I'm not exactly sure what you intended. You never really gave much whim of that during your conversation, but all I know is he's a green dragon. We've seen him fly over many times. He's a young dragon, though. As far as dragons go, he's not the most powerful, but he is strong. Fabric said that young green dragons, they use poison as their primary means of weaponry, so he said that they cannot be poisoned themselves. But they are extremely strong, and they value their hoard more than anything.
Do you know? We saw the dragon return. The tower. Did you know if he keeps any sort of, I don't know, feeding schedule or hunting or?
Whenever he feels the need to eat, he does. He doesn't seem to have any sort of ritual or habits that we've known or seen.
Do you know how long it usually takes him to hunt?
Depends on what he finds, I suppose, how far he has to travel before making eyes on something large enough to quench his hunger and bringing it back. He's been gone as quick as 10 minutes and been gone as long as hours, even almost a full day.
Is it still nighttime?
Yeah, I mean, it's like midnight at this point.
Well, it's up to you guys. We need a rest. I don't see any real point in killing him.
Well, if we're gonna rest with him here, just
We'll
keep him
just
tied
take
up.
it. Yeah, keep him tied up, and can we take it in shifts, and we would still get full rest, pending we get 8 hours.
Yeah. He says, as you guys are kind of having this conversation, he's like, I will leave in the woods now. I am thankful for my life. I have no allegiance to fabric. I was gonna run after you killed him and just never come back.
Yeah, that's probably true, but we can't take the chance, so you're just gonna have a nap with us.
True, and it is midnight. It's this area is no place to be alone in the middle of the night. Like we said, we were first drawn here from orc bandits, the very same species that wiped out your family and your village. You don't want to be out there with them crawling the woods.
All the spiders that will surely get you.
He just silently nods and kind of sits there.
Oh, and puts her hand on his shoulder and says, "I promise no harm will befall you from us while you are in our care here."
I'm gonna start boarding up.
Rav lets out an audible laugh and says, "We'll see about that."
Ellen says, "Don't worry about that one. She likes to have her jokes."
All right. Anything else, you guys?
Sorry. I'm gonna board up all the windows and doors again.
Yeah. Did we? I poke my head in here in this northern building. Do I need to roll a perception or investigation to see if there's anything that we?
No, there's nothing of value. It looks like this was where Tavrik had personal belongings, his backpack, and pack and whatnot is in here. He has a short sword. There's a halberd in here as well that's kind of leaned up against the wall. And there's a net. So if you guys want to look in the adventure or the player's book, there's a halberd, a net, and a short sword if you guys want to divvy that out.
Get the net.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Okay, so you guys, we'll go ahead and kind of skip this through, and we're about to end our session here. You guys have a short rest, no problem. You are going to level up. So what level does that make you? Is that 3 or 4?
Is it a short rest or a long rest?
Long rest.
Oh.
You rest till the next morning till about 9.
Sure.
It'll be.
And we will be level 4, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
You are now level 4. So if you guys want to stay in chat and talk to each other about stuff you want to level up, your health, spells, or whatever, feel free to do so. I gotta go, but feel free to do that separately or together, whatever you want. But you're level 4. I think your proficiency might go up. So just look at your class stuff. Yeah, we'll let Mandy know. But yeah, if you regain all your health, all your spells. Braum causes no troubles overnight. Is there any questions you guys have or anything? Or any reminders you want to leave in the video? I will watch it, and then if you guys want to watch it.
No.
Beyond says that these diamonds are 15,000 gold.
Jesus.
No,
think
the diamonds are 100 gold each.
Yeah. Can I?
That's correct.
I did look up the approximate value of the gold and did all the math and stuff. That's $31,000.
Jeez.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Alright,
have-
he fixed it.
I've customized the diamonds to be 100 gold.
Cool.
Uh,
All right.
Right, guys.
Actually,
Grabbing the net and
yeah.
short sword.
Let me make sure I didn't forget anything.
I'm just gonna put the. Are you keeping the net? I was gonna put the net in
I-
the backpack if you want.
I'm giving you the net because
All right, guys. Well, let's say it's 9 o'clock on the next day. You guys wake up. Brahm is there, and we'll pick up what you guys do with Brahm and whatnot. But you're getting everything at level 4.
Did you write down the diamonds?
Yeah.
yeah, I have the diamonds.
Level 4 is generally a